So I recently watched a 2024 movie, Challengers, directed by Luca Guadagnino, and it was fantastic. Luca has directed some of my favorite films, including 2017's Call Me By Your Name, which probably might be my favorite gay film. His first film, I Am Love, in 2009, I haven't seen yet, but heard great things about. I enjoyed his Suspiria remake in 2018, though I need to rewatch that. And his 2021 film, Bones and All, was great as well. I know that not everyone enjoyed that film, but I really did. This film was written by newcomer Justin Kurwitz, who did a short film he released back on YouTube in 2011 called Potion Seller.
My strongest potions will kill you, traveler. You can't handle my strongest potions. You better go to a cellar that sells weaker potions.
And for his first major feature film, I think he did great. I loved the way this film was written. It was all focused on one tennis match, a tennis match that really isn't that important in the grand scheme of things when it comes to the US Open. Like, this tennis match ain't worth nothing. But every moment in between the beginning of the film to the end, it fills in tiny little details about the relationship between the three main characters, the love triangle, that by the conclusion of the tennis match, it's so thrilling and exciting. You can't wait to see who wins. Looking back at how Luca directed and structured this film around the philosophy of one of the characters, it made the final moment so nail-biting. The editing, wow, it was great. It was cut like a tennis match. I love the transition cuts. It felt so effortless and smooth, and the pace was great. The film flew by for me. Got some good sound mixing with the realistic grunting mixed in. I missed some dialogue due to the music being louder than the dialogue, but I think it has to be more of an artistic choice. I really love the bold choice of using techno music to build on a tennis match. I wasn't sold on the children's choir singing. I don't understand where the film was going with that exactly, but you know, I can easily be convinced. Makeup was great for the scars on Zendaya's knee and the other injuries throughout the film. It was a pretty great film. I just think this is Luca Guadagnino's one of his best directed films. It feels like he takes every chance he can to enhance the film in small ways, and an example is that is the day before the big tennis match, there was a windstorm. Interesting artistic choice, but then I realized it was a great indicator of where exactly they were in the timeline. A real cool note was seeing how well not just the main characters were directed, but also the minor characters. It reminded me a lot of Coen Brothers movies. Zendaya was incredible. In my opinion, it was her best role yet. I was hesitant, and boy did she can kick my ass. There is a scene near the end of the movie when she's talking to Josh O'Connor's character where she does a thing with one of her eyes where it looks like she is starting to bug out, about to burst in anger. I really liked Josh O'Connor's performance as well as Mike Foss. I think the whole dynamic between the three was extremely believable and incredibly sexy. Thought this film had some great lighting throughout, but the main highlights was the camera work. There were so many different camera movements, framing, lenses. I feel like if I tell you anything more about these camera shots, they'd be considered spoilers. That's how great this was. Luca Guadagnino is great at showing off and making sexy people complicated, flawed human beings, bring out the best of each other and the worst. This sounds like a great film to you. Please see it in theaters. Be warned, you won't be able to watch this distracted. This is definitely not a movie you can put on in the background, and I think it really delivers. I honestly think this is one of the best films that's probably going to come out this year. Highly recommend. This film is cinema, and I'm giving it a 9 out of 10.